What's up everybody? Welcome back to another quick video. Today I'm gonna have a quick comparison between the new Beosound Level and the Beosound 2 and how they compare. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't yet already. Also, there's a join button down there, much appreciated. Well, let's get into it. So first off, I would like to thank my wonderful dealer, Ter Horst, Bang Olufsen Ter Horst here in Utrecht, for lending me one to review. Bloody great little speaker, and how it compares to the Beosound 2. At the time of filming, this is €1,250. This is about 2,000, and it's awfully close how they are in performance, but there is quite a sort of difference, because as you can see, this is round, more sort of an omni speaker, and this is kind of flat, more directional. So I thought I'd sort of divide it up into like bass performance, stereo performance, meaning more so the mids, I guess, and then a bit how the sound experience is. So as you can see with the Beosound Level, you have two 4-inch drivers left and right, which is extremely powerful for bass, although not as powerful as the Beosound 2. And this is, I guess, where you sort of hit a bit of the trade-offs. The Beosound 2 has more ultimate power in bass, but the Beosound Level has more separation in left-right bass, if that makes any sense. If you listen to a more old-school classical rock, so to say, you'll find a lot of tracks where if you like wear headphones and you keep one off your head, like the whole track sounds different because you miss half of it. And you sort of get that with this. And as bass is not really all that directional, you can still sort of tell regardless of angle. The more you lay it down, the even more vague it becomes. Although, I must say, you have to crank this an awful lot to get like all that bass out. And this has more ultimate power, but the bass doesn't go as far. And that is mainly the difference of like 4-inch drivers versus a 5¼ inch driver on this boy. And that's mostly the difference in bass. Let's get to how the spatial awareness and stereo gets. So in terms of like stereo separation, there is quite a bit of a difference between the two speakers, because for the lack of a better term, the Beosound Level points like that, and the Beosound 2 points like that. One of the things it does is that that makes the stereo separation, it's good on both, don't get me wrong, but the stereo separation for the Beosound 2 is sort of wider, but also less accurate, but more so in the sense that because it's not really pointed at you. The trade-off is with the Beosound Level is that stereo is pointed towards you left and right, which is nice, although obviously when you go off axis, I mean the axis is not like straightforward. Before you start noticing anything, you got to be at like 60% off, so that's nearly like there roughly, points forward. So there is a difference in that. It depends, especially for what kind of room you have. Same goes for the treble. The treble is also pointed forward, and because high is a bit more, how do you say, dependent on where you are from it, that angle is a bit shallower. Although I must say the tuning is particularly fantastic on the Beosound Level for the how thin it is. It's like 2 inches thick, maybe. That's the amount of power is insane. The tuning is great. The Beosound 2, they both sound like B&O, but the Beosound 2 sounds very different. because that tweeter is down firing and then dispersed on the cone. It's more sort of an omni speaker, and that's kind of where the Beosound 2 is not necessarily lacking, but there's no differentiation in like left right on the tweeter for the Beosound 2 where there is for the Beosound Level. However, the Level, obviously, like I said, if you put that into a corner facing that way and you stand over here, you kind of miss out on that, versus with the Beosound 2 it goes down and spreads 360, if that makes sense. Like I said, it's a trade-off, and it's really sort of hard to tell which is better, because better really depends on placement with these two speakers. And then it's up to you in the sense of where do you envisage yourself putting this. One of the major differences though is that the Beosound Level is portable because it has a battery in it. And you can take it anywhere. You can lay it flat, you can set it upright, you can even put it on a wall straight down. They're two different worlds. Like I saw a lot of people asking for the comparison, and the comparison is basically that yes, they're speakers, but they don't fulfill the same role. Yes, they make noise, aka music, but it's in a different way. It's for a different environment. A Beosound Level is a bit more of a listening speaker, so to say, than an ambient speaker like the Beosound 2 is. I hope that makes sense. And then we'll get on to a bit of the price versus performance. So in terms of what I've been able to do with this versus that, Beosound Level versus Beosound 2, it's quite amazing for the amount of size, the amount of volume this can create. Like I said earlier, this has more bass volume, although it's give and take. Like if I remember right, at some point I'll put the specs up where you can go to the B&O website. This has like 3 dB more bass, but this has 3 dB more top end total volume. Either is ridiculously loud, even for my living room. This is like, you see the 50s, they never go to their max, but neither do these. Like honestly, you need a big room to like have these loud. However, this is, you can use as is. Like I said, it has a battery inside. It's fairly hefty. It's built like a tank. It's like the materials maybe not as premium as this, but then again, because of that, you can also, at least I do, feel a bit more safe lugging this around, because this is not going to dent or scratch that easily, and if it does, it matters a whole lot less than ruining aluminium like this. However, to me it keeps coming back to what's your use case. If you want basically one of the almost perfect ambient speakers, I would say it's the Beosound 2. If you want more of an all-rounder, you get to the Beosound Level. In terms of performance versus the price, I'm amazed, like truly amazed, that this for $1,250 is so close to this $2,000 at time of filming. Check local prices. It's kind of ridiculous, and if this is the way B&O is going, that makes me very excited for the future. Like, please B&O, keep on doing the aluminium, because it's bloody gorgeous. But also, this is a very nice in-betweener, and especially when I get an oak cover at some point, it'll match my harmony like that. And we're back to the days of cohesive design that we were in the days of David Lewis, and that makes me happy. Thank you very much for watching. If you have any questions at all, I'll be in the comments, obviously. Tell me your use case. What would you like to use a speaker like this for? Because obviously they're not really your prime speakers, although I understand that for certain people, like the price is somewhat prohibitive because, I mean, it's B&O, but you pay for the craftsmanship. If you use Network Link, obviously the Beosound 2 is your only way to go at the moment. Although Q3, Q4 this year, it should be ready for the level. Hopefully sooner. Get on it, B&O, please. Because you'll sell a heck of a lot more of Beosound levels if they are multi-room BeoLink compatible. Yeah, let me know in the comments. Thank you very much again to my dealer, Ter Horst, Bang Olufsen here in Utrecht. I'll put his links down below. If you shop at his place, he'll be able to help me out a bit more. And thank you much for watching the video. Like, share and subscribe. Also, there's a join button. And see you all in the next one. Bye.